Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to be taking a look at a puzzle called Brink, and it's by 99% Sneaky. And apparently this is a very clever puzzle indeed. One unusual rule, which is a chess king's move restriction today. But if you're familiar with variant Sudoku, there won't be anything else to surprise you here. This has got 4 stars out of difficulty on Logic Masters Germany, but we've had some recommendations to look at this, and apparently it is rather brilliant. So I'm looking forward to trying this. I'm hoping this video might be slightly shorter than earlier on when I did battle with a fantastic Times crossword by James McGackie today. Last week's Times crossword was extraordinary. This week's Times crossword featured another clue that I think I might have got it actually. I was going to snip it. Did I snip it? I did snip it. This clue, 4 letters, fly back from China in 747 ? I won't spoil the answer. I will simply say that I found that very difficult to solve indeed. I had blank A blank blank in the grid at the time that I was considering it, and I leave it to you. There are many mighty minds who follow the channel, and I think that you'll enjoy that one when you figure it out. If you don't figure it out, or someone will leave a comment, but if they don't, have a look at the video earlier. You'll see how long it took me to solve it. What else can I tell you? I've got loads of things actually to talk to you about today. Blueprints. Yesterday I released this bonus video in which I completed day 36, which Mark and I had commenced on Monday evening stream but never finished, and we are going to be streaming again next Monday at 10 PM UK time, so we'd love to have your company for that. If you've been following our Blueprints adventures, they do continue next week. Next I'm going to tell you I've got the winner. I've got the name of the winner of this month's competition over on Patreon. So it was called Put Out More Flags. We had I think it was getting on for 1,000 correct entries. And the winner that Mark drew out of the hat earlier on today is, I think, in Portland, Oregon. And it's Don Ferguson. So Don, I hope that you're watching this video. If you are, I will be emailing you I'll be emailing you shortly anyway, to see whether or not you might be prepared to come on the channel and solve a puzzle with me. I hope you will be prepared to do it. There is obviously no obligation to do so, but I think it will be fun. And anyway, Don, many congratulations, and that's some news. Oh, I should mention as well that we have a brand new competition over on Patreon, starting obviously on the 1st of December, and it's themed on that wonderful book from our childhoods, Wind in the Willows. So I have got a teaser. There we go. It's not really in the right place or the right size, but we can soon fix that. There we go. And I think there are 13 puzzles in all, one for each chapter of the book, and it's a lovely thing actually. I think for many of you it'll be redolent of childhood in only the best ways, and that's going to go live over on Patreon at 4 PM UK time on the 1st of December. A great early Christmas present as Mole works through his advent calendar. And anyway, that's what's coming on the 1st. Do join us over on Patreon for all the extra content over there. And now, birthdays. I had some birthdays to do in the crossword video earlier, but I have 3 different birthdays to do now. We'll start off with Annika. Annika, your close friend Dominic wrote to me and telling me that you're an amazing artist, ceramicist and sculptor, and Dominic described your pieces as hauntingly beautiful, and I was able to confirm this because he sent some pictures, and I thought I'd share this picture. Oh, again, it's not in the right place, apologies for that. But that is incredibly gorgeous, and This is what Annika does. And Annika's about to commence, or has just started, I think, a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. So I wish you very well with that. I was also intrigued, Annika, to hear that you once had a streak on the New York Times crossword of 450. That is a lot. Isn't that how many prisoners escaped in the Great Escape? I'm not sure, but anyway, 450 in a row. That is very impressive indeed. All those Saturday puzzles in that streak, they are not straightforward. So, Annika, thank you for watching the channel. I hope you have a great birthday today. I wish you all the luck with your degree, and I am very impressed with your artistic ability, I can tell you, and I hope the chocolate cake is good. Now, next, Ethan. Ethan, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your brother Nicholas wrote to us. It didn't provide many details, if I'm honest, Ethan, so all I can really do is wish you many happy returns. I'm not sure how old you are today. I am going to wish you some heavily iced chocolate cake, and I hope your birthday is splendid, and many happy returns. And then finally, Simon, not me, not me, I'm afraid. Simon, it's your birthday, and I know this because your partner Thalia wrote to me. Thalia wasn't she a daughter of Zeus? That might be very badly wrong. Apologies if it is. But Simon, anyway, I know it's your birthday because I had an email from Thalia saying that you have watched close to all our videos for over 5 years. That is an incredible thing. So Simon, thank you very much for doing that. I hope you have a brilliant birthday today. I know that the two of you tend to watch Cracking the Cryptic together on rainy days. That's a lovely thing to do. Rainy days. Why does rainy days and Mondays always get me? Yeah, that's the Carpenters, isn't it? So Simon, anyway, many happy to hang on. Let me just see if we can. Rainy days, Mondays, always. Hang on. There you go. Happy birthday. Oh, that's taken me back. I haven't thought about the Carpenters for a long time. But anyway, Simon, many happy returns. Let's now move swiftly on from that dreadful attempt. And I will check my list of things. I haven't got anything else to tell you. Let's have a look at Brink by 99% Sneaky. And I will read you the rules. Oh, a pen in the way. That's not going to help. We have got normal Sudoku rules apply. Gosh, I'm embarrassed now. Which means we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we've got digits along arrows sum to the digit in the attached circle. So if this was 1, 2, 3, we would write 6 into the circle because 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. That's how arrows work. Digits along purple lines form a consecutive set. So if this is a 1, these two digits have to be the digits 2 and 3 in order that the set of digits on the line are consecutive. So if that's a 9, these are going to have to be 8, 7. If this is a 5, it gets much more complicated because these could be lots of different things. It could be 3, 4, or 6, 7, or 4, 6. So extreme rem bands are easier. Sometimes, yeah, these pink lines are called rem bands. Digits in cages sum to the small number printed in the corner. So those two sum to 11. In fact, most of the cages are 11 cages. That one is the outlier. That is a 10 cage. And digits in... Oh, and then we've just got the king's move restriction. So digits in cells separated by a king's move in chess may not contain identical digits. Now, it's very important to understand where that restriction is going to be most potent. So what does it mean? Well, obviously, if this cell was a chess king, it can move to all those cells in a single move. And therefore, this chess king's restriction has no effect at all for that cell. because none of these yellow cells could have been the green digit anyway because of normal Sudoku rules. But the place it tends to matter is, imagine you're thinking about this cell. Now this cell, as a chess king, could move to all of those cells. Now all of these couldn't have been the green digit anyway because of Sudoku, but these two could have been. But the chess king's move prevents these two digits from being the same. So that's how the king's move restriction works, and that's all the rules. So a nice short rule set today. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now the first things I'm seeing are related to arrows actually. I think we've got three cell arrows. 3 cell arrows where the digits can't repeat on the arrows, in the sense that all these 3 have to be different. All those 3 have to be different. All these 3 have to be different. So we know the minimum we can occupy any of these 3 arrows with would be the digits 1, 2 and 3, which sum to 6. So each of these circles is at least a 6. This one is not so good. Sometimes you can sort of use overlapping techniques, which I don't think are going to work here. But imagine this cell, this arrow, had instead been a 3-cell string there. Then you could have said, oh, those 5 digits add up to at least 15, using sort of the properties of triangular numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. And then you'd have known this one had to be at least 6 as well. But the fact that this arrow pokes out of this box, we know those have a minimum now of 10, don't we? Plus a 1 here, I suppose, is 11. So we know these two have to add up to at least 11, which might be interesting if that turns out to be a 6. But if it turns out to be a 9, it's of no relevance at all. Oh dear. Almost looks like a set puzzle to me, this. Because all the clues look really small, and sometimes that means it's set. Let me just mull that for a second. No, actually, maybe not set. That digit, the king's move, is a little interesting, isn't it? That digit there. Let's make it green. Where does it go in this box? Obviously it can't go in its own row, and we know from the chess king's rule it can't be in these cells. Now it can't be on its own arrow either, because imagine this digit's a 6 and it went there. Both of those digits would have to be 0, and that's not going to work, is it? So this digit is actually on the other renban, which means this renban is a big old renban. I know what Mark would do here. Mark would instantly label this renban with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Because once you know it's got it's got this green digit on it, and this digit is at least a 6, this line can't have as low a digit as a 3 on it, can it? Because it wouldn't. You can't make a consecutive sequence out of 3 and at least a 6. So it might be about low digits in this row, you know, because if those are, if there is a minimum of 4 on there, it depends really what the 11 cage is. Imagine the 11 cage was 4, 7. Then 1, 2 and 3 in the row would have to go in those cells. And that would be actually the same if the 11 cage was... Oh no, that doesn't work. Sorry, that doesn't work. Right, in fact... I mean, okay, the way I'll show you this is with a dramatic pencil mark, but Mark will laugh at me. But never mind. Let me just fully pencil mark this renban to show you why I think there's a problem. Because this digit's at least 6, this coterie of digits here, which are a consecutive sequence, are going to be selected from 3 sequential cells within the coterie of cells, or coterie of digits, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what would happen if this was 4, 7? What 3-cell sequence could we make here? Nothing is the answer. Oh, I thought 5, 6 might be ruled out. Oh, fine. No, that's fine. I can get... This is good. This can't be 5, 6 either. So it can't be 4, 7 because there wouldn't be any 3-cell sequence that's possible. Now, if this is 5, 6, the only 3-cell sequence that's possible on the Renban is 7, 8, 9. And that's going to give this cell a problem because this cell would have no valid option. So this is... It's either 2, 9 or 3, 8, but let's check 3, 8. If it's 3, 8, then this Renban is going to be from 4, 5, 6, 7. That would have to be a 9. Is that actually true? I think it's true. No, maybe it's not true. Maybe it could be a 7 actually. If that was 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure. Hang on. So can we do any better than that or not? There's got to actually be a green digit up there as well on that Renban. That feels right. Okay, so maybe this isn't where we're meant to look. Maybe it's to do with this Renban and this Renban, because now they can't be the same Renban. What I mean by that is, well, I suppose the simple deduction is this can't be a 9. Because if it's a 9, this Renban has only one option to fill it, because it's got 9 on it, so it is 9, 8, 7. But by Sudoku, 9's gone on this Renban, and this is also 9, 8, 7. And that cannot work, because what digit are we going to put in this cell if this is 9, 8, 7, and this is 9, 8, 7? Answer, nothing. That just simply is unacceptable. So this, right, so this is now a maximum of 8, and that means that 1 has to go on the arrow. Because even if this is 8, it will have a 1 on it. Imagine that this arrow had no 1, then it would be a minimum of 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 9. So I still think it might be... Oh, hang on. Is it to do with 1 in row 3? Because now this cell can't be a 1. So 1 is in one of those two cells. That might be worth a flashy pencil mark. I got into such trouble with Chinstrap and Marty's CS puzzle yesterday because I couldn't work out how to sort of make these pencil marks across boxes exactly like this, where 1 can only go in one of 2 positions that are remote from one another. So this pencil mark is very fine because it's sort of box logic. I'm saying the 1 has to be in one of those 3 cells. But these blue things are intended to indicate 1 is in one of 2 cells in the row, which is a much more difficult thing to pencil mark. So this is 6, 7, or 8. Yes, okay. You can't put 9 on this Renban anymore because that will kill off this 11 cage. Because this will be 9, 8, 7, and I won't have any option to make that 11 cage work. Can you actually put 8 on it? You might be able to, I'm not sure. If you put... No, you can't actually. No, that's sort of the same point, isn't it? If you put 8 on the Renban, you know that the Renban is 8, 7, 6. You know this is 2, 9. And you know there's no fill for this circle. So this doesn't have 8 on it. And if it doesn't have 8 on it, that is not an 8. There we go. Now there's got to be a 2 on the arrow, because it's either now 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4, because it adds up to 6 or 7. Oh, I like this so far. It's sort of... It's interesting without... Oh, well, hang on though now. So we said that can't be 8 because then this would be, that is correct. So now 5 and 6 are on this renban. Again, I don't quite know how to pencil mark that. I think I'll risk that pencil mark. So okay, so this circle is not 6 anymore. And sorry, the reason that 5 and 6 are on the renban is it's either now a 4, 5, 6 triple or it's a 5, 6, 7 triple. Which is fine. But what does that mean? I don't know. It probably means something. How can we do this? 4, 5, 6. So if... Yeah, there's an issue with this being 7 now, I think. This is getting very tricksy, this. Yeah, if this is 7, it doesn't work because I think these renbans converge to be the same thing again. If this is 7, we know that this digit is 6, don't we? Which means, and because this is 7, this renban is 4, 5, 6. But because this is 6, 6 is transplanted up here onto this renban, where it can't have a 7 on it, so it's also 4, 5, 6. So you've got 4, 5, 6 here and a 4, 5, 6 there, and you've got 4 cells in the Sudoku selected from only 3 different numbers, so you'll necessarily repeat a digit in box 3, it won't work. So that's got right. So this is now at least an 8, which means there's a floating 8-9 pair in the row across this 11 cage and this 8-9 here. Because if this is 8, there'll be a 9 in this cage, and if this is 9, there's an 8 in this cage. So none of the rest of the row can be a high digit now. And okay, so let's say that had a 6 on it. How would this not have a 6? No, this does. Okay, I've got another point now. This is a weird puzzle because I've not actually looked. Well, I mean, I've very briefly looked at that, but I've hardly looked out of the top 3 rows. Right. What is on this renban? I don't think I know exactly, but I do know. I think it's got to have a 6 on it. Because the only way, I mean, it's either got a 6 on it because this is a 6, that's one possibility, or this is a 7 and there's a 7 on this renban, but look, it can't be a 7, 8, 9 triple because that would kill this square, so it would have to have a 6 on it. So either way round, it's got a 6 on it, and now this digit is not a 6, which means now I've got 6s. I've got a 6 in one of these 3 cells, look. I've got a 6 here definitely. A 6 here, definitely. Oh, come on. No, I'm not sure. I think there's more. I think there's more we can do here. I just have to be able to frame it correctly in my brain. Come on, brain. If that's 6 and if that is a 6, there's a 6 here, a 6 here. There would have to be a 5 on this renban then. Actually, that might not be true. Why couldn't that be 6, 7, 8? That would be 9. Yeah, no, that isn't true. I don't think there does have to be a 5 on this. I think it might be able to be 6, 7, 8. That one can't. Oh yeah, the reason this can't be 6, 7, 8 is because there's this floating 8, 9 triple or pair in row 3. Okay. Is it this arrow then? Or, no, it's going to be the same, is it? Is it the same? No, actually, oh. No, is it the same? It's not quite the same, is it? I'm just thinking, is this one subject to the same? It's similar. We've got a 3-cell renban, that which looks like it's a mirror of that renban. We've got that renban which looks like it's a mirror of that renban. It isn't quite, or is it? No, I've not got the arrow in this row, which I've got here. I've got an 11 cage, although it's not in the same place. I'm not sure. I think we'll have to think about it. Let's mull. That's always the better way. Right. So this will make orange. So orange is definitely on this line, which means orange is on this line. Okay. So what does that mean? I don't know yet. Well, what did we eliminate last time? Well, yeah, we can eliminate 9 again for the same reason. If this is 9, that's 987, and that's 987, so that's not going to work. So this arrow also has a 1 on it, exactly the same logic as we did before. But it looks trickier to get rid of 8 to me. I'm not saying it's impossible to do it. I'm just saying it looks trickier. Because we don't have this friendly arrow that was helpful to us, do we? If I could get rid of 8, I'd have a 6-7 pair in the column. But if this is 8... Sorry, let me think about this. What's the problem with that? Is there a problem at all with that? If this is 8, then both renbans have got 7 on them. That's certainly true. So 7 would be in one of those 2 cells. I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm wondering if it's this 11 cage somehow. I mean, I know that 11 cage has to have a high digit in it. That's clearly true. But I don't think it's a problem, is it? Or, oh, no, it might be. Oh, hang on, this is a weird thought. Because the high digit in there can't appear on any of these. Oh, does this have to... I'm about to say something that might be absolute and utter gibberish. I'm wondering if that has to be 2-9. Because... yeah... If this it definitely can't be 4-7, and that's a similar reason to something we were looking at up here, but it works a bit differently. If that's 4-7, there's simply no way of keeping these renbans separated. In fact, yeah, I think this is what I'm going to have to do again. I tried to avoid it manfully, and I failed hopelessly. Right, this renban is definitely from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, isn't it? Which is the same logic we looked at here. If this is 4-7, you can't fill this. Now, so it's not 4-7. If it's 5-6, then this is a 7-8-9 sequence. Which means that this digit here is a 7, 8 or a 9. That ends up on this sequence, which is also 7, 8, 9, because it can't involve a 5 or a 6, which is also a problem. So by a very similar logic to that we used in this row, this is from 2389. Now that might mean that my instinct that this has to be 29 was slightly awry, because I think it's the same as this one, isn't it? What it means is this can't have 9 on it, because that would prevent this from being able to be filled at all. So we can at least say that. Now, well, yeah, this doesn't work. If this is 8, we run into a similar problem, but it's a little bit different. If this is 8, we know that this is 29, and we know that this is 876. But we know 8 is on this renban, so this renban is 876 again. This is very clever. It's very sneaky. It's very tricksy and sneaky. 99% sneaky. It's 1% unsneaky and 99% absolutely sneaky. So if this is 8, yeah, we run into a problem. These renbans turn out to be the same. So I have now got a 6-7 pair, which I'm definitely going to come back to in a moment. But let me just mull this over more. Right. Yes. So now I've got a similar thing with 6s. So that I had up here, haven't I? Because you can see from this string, these are the possible digits that we can put on this renban. And whether it's 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7 or 6, 7, 8, it has the digit 6 on it. Now, what about this one? This one either has the digit 6 on it because this is a 6, or it has the digit 7 on it, but can't have 8 and 9, so again it would have the digit 6 on it, which means this is not a 6, which means 6 is in one of those cells. And this, okay, so the beautiful point here, I don't know if this matters, but it is a beautiful point, is where's 6 in column 4? Because I've got 6s in these cells, so 6 is not there, 6 is not there, so 6 is on this renban, which means this is another of these weird renbans, which is going to have to be made up of, it could go as low as 4 or as high as 8, but they are the only options for it. Okay, and this has got 2 on it as well now, because one of these is a 1, 2, 3 triple, and one of these is a 1, 2, 4 triple. Okay, and so I think that means these cells are a 1, 2 pair in the column, aren't they? That might be wrong. I think it's true. Yeah, the way I'm seeing that is bonkers again. It's potty, and I think there's a better way of saying it, but I will tell you the way my brain has seen it, and then you can laugh at me. I'm thinking that one of these digits here, at least, has to be a 1 or a 2, because 1 and 2 appear on this line. So let's imagine there's a 1 up here. Well, where is 1 in this column now? It's not in those cells. It's not on this renban. So it has to be in one of these 3 cells, but we know that this arrow contains a 1 and a 2, so we can't hide it over there, can we? It's got to be exactly there, and that logic is the same if we think there's a 2 up here. So these are a 1, 2 pair. And that is, I now know the order. That's weird. That is a weird deduction, because now this digit has to find a home in this box. Now I've worked out somehow that there was a 6 on this renban, so there is definitely not a 1 or a 2 on it. So the only place that digit can go is in there, which means this is 2, which means this is 1. So let's wonder about what that means. So this 11 cage is now, well, okay, that was definitely not something I foresaw. So my instinct there that said, okay, I think this has to be 2-9 was just not right, but it has turned out to be true. Now 2 can't go here by the king's move, which I'm quite relieved to have remembered. So 2 goes in one of those cells. Where's 1 in box 3? It's very similar logic. We can't put 1 on the Renban with a 6. It doesn't seem to be able to go in those cells, so it's resolved my blue cell. Look, my blue pencil mark has been fixed. There's a 1 in one of these 2 cells. Now what do we do? Probably do. I don't know. I don't know what to do now. So in these, I know I've got 6 on here. I don't know actually. Oh goodness. It was going quite well for a moment, wasn't it? And now it's suddenly stopped going well. What's this Renban? Is that actually, or this one? Should I be pencil marking them? They're I mean, I should really, shouldn't I? Because they're the same as that one, and I pencil mark that one. They've got 6 on them. So the digits that are on them are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The digits on this one are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's sort of trying to give me some sort of quadruple. 2 and 3 in this box are in these cells. That feels like it might be worthy of note. Okay, maybe not. What about this one? 1. 1 has to be in one of those cells. 1 and 3 has to be in one of these cells. Right. Okay, this 11 cage is now not 2, 9. And the way I'm seeing that is that if it was 2, 9, where are we putting 2 and 9 in column 7? Because I've got 2, 9 here, so they couldn't go there. If this was 2, 9, they couldn't go there, so they'd have to go in those 3 cells, and these don't seem to be able to be 2 and 9. So this one is 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6. I'm doing too many pencil marks today. I've been polluted by the good lift. What's going on? No, what are you talking about? I was about to say, oh no, this can't be 5, 6. Absolutely can be, I think. Okay, here's a good point. Here's a good point. That cell can't be a 9, I don't think. If this was a 9, where would you put 9 in box 6? And the answer, believe it or not, is nowhere. If that's a 9, you can't put it in its column. You can't put it a king's move from itself. You certainly can't put it on an arrow, because the circle would add up to more than 9. So this is 2, this is 9. Aha! That is now an 8. That's huge, because that has implications for all sorts of things. So now things are going on. Actually, loads of things are suddenly going on. This is now 2, 9. So we've got lots of 2, 9, 11 cages. But this has to have a 5 on it now, I think, because it's being selected from 4, 5, 6, 7. That means this is not a 5. That means these 2 cells are now a 5, 6 pair. Look, just using our pencil marking, nothing clever. So 5 is in a domino now in box 1. It can't be in the arrow circle. Oh yeah, okay. So and this, yeah, and there's like a, well, there's a 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruple. So these digits are 2, 3, and 9 in that's not 2 and that's not 9 by Sudoku. Yes, okay. So where's 9 in column? In column, that's simple enough. Oh, no, no. Okay, there's many ways of doing this. The simplest way of doing it would have been for me to go, where's 9 in box 6? And again, it's the same thing. We can't put it a king's move away from itself, or on an arrow, or in this domino. So 9 was here, and that would have given me this 9. So that's 9, that's 3, that's 2. 2 is on one of these arrow cells. 3 is not there, which means 8 is not there, which actually we could have got from this circle. 3 is not here anymore, so these two digits are a 1-3 pair. That's digits not 8 by Sudoku. If this is a 1-3 pair, can we do it? Is it somehow... Well, that digit's affecting that one slightly, but I can't do any pencil marking with it. So this cell is 4, 5, 7 or 8. Can't be 6 because of this pencil mark. Oh, right. Now this is an 8 arrow now. So it has 1 on it somewhere. I'm going to do full pencil marking. This can't be a 1, but this is either going to be 1, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 5. That digit, there's a 5 in one of these, so again by the king's move, imagine this was a 5. It would stop there being a 5 in that domino because of the king's move constraint. So this is a low digit. I think, yeah, maybe it's forgivable to use pencil marks today because of this king's move thing and keeping a correct tally on things. It's very... Oh, hang on, where's 9 in box 2? Keep getting my sentences interrupted by my brain. What do I need to complete? Oh, that's lovely. Right. I know what this is now. Oh, that's such a beautiful idea. Look at this box. What do we have to place in it? I don't actually even know. Well, all I've thought about is where's 7 in the box? And the answer to that is I don't have a clue. But it's in one of those 3 cells. So how could this be a 7? It can't be a 7 because no, you couldn't put 7 in box 2 anymore because of the king's move thingy. So that has to be 6, which means it's not in those cells. So this has to be 7, which means this arrow doesn't have 3 on it anymore. So this is a 1-4 pair. 1 is in one of those cells, can't be in an 11 cage. Can 1 be in the 10 cage? Can that be a 9? Only if that was a 9. Only if that was a 9. Can't immediately disprove that. 4 comes off these cells. This Renban's got more restricted. 4 comes off these cells as well. Oh, and I suppose this is... Okay, hang on. 7. So 7 has now, by Sudoku, ended up on this Renban, which means it's not there. Oh, hang on, I tried to get rid of a 7. I don't know what I managed to get rid of. So this has got 6, 7 on it. 6, 7. That is not a 7. So this is either 5, 6, 7 or 6, 7, 8. Now, which of those is that doable? I don't know. I'm not sure. It probably is somehow. Can that be a 4? That would be... No, it can't be. Because 7, 4 is too far away from 7 for a 3-cell Renban. Oh, I see. So that's a 4 by Sudoku. That's probably been available for ages. And 4 coming out of here means 7 comes out of here. This digit is 5, 6, 7 or 8 by Sudoku. And 4, this 4 and these 4s mean 4's in one of those 3. Now it can't be there. That would, if that's 4, that has to be 7, which won't work. So I've now got a 1-4 pair in box 7, and if that is 1 or 4, so that is 6 or 9. It must be something to do with... I must know more about this. What's this renban got on it? Does it have... It's got 7 on it. And this, okay, so the... Oh, it's weird. Okay, so these are a 6-7 pair. 6-7 again. The meme that keeps giving. We know that 6 is on here. We don't know whether this has got 7 or 5 on it, or both. Three. Oh, that's good. Where's 3 in box 8, which is one of these 2 cells? And where's 3 in row 3 now? There is the answer. It's the only place it can go. This digit has to be whatever this isn't. So this is a 4 or a 7. And that means... I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, actually. It probably means something. What about... Oh, this is a 6. So this arrow's known. This has got to be a 2-3 pair. So these are 4, 7, 8. Whoopsie, whoopsie. 4, 7, 8. 8 is definitely in this domino, so 8 is definitely in these 3 cells. 5. Oh, bobbins, come on, Simon. What's going on? Right, that's got to be quite a high digit. Because in terms of the row, look, 1, 2, 3 and 4 have all gone. So this is a 5, 6, it's not 7, 5, 6, 8, 9. It's not 9 because this would be 2. It's not, oh, I was going to say it's not 7, but I've already known it's not 7 because one of these is a 4. So this is 5, 6 or 8. It's not 5 actually, because that would put 6 here, and that would break with the 6-7 pair. So that's 6 or 8, which means this is 5 or 3. Right, so I see, it's 3, 5 and 8 I've got left to place in the row, so this digit is 3, 5 or 8 as well. But surely that's got 5 on it. I suppose it could be 6, 7, 8. Maybe. What about the 2? No, that doesn't work. Oh, okay. I'm getting stuck now. That digit can't be 1 or 4 because it sees both by dint of the king's move. Ooh, actually that's a good point. Look at this renban. What possible sequence could go on that renban there that doesn't involve a 3, 6 or a 7? How would we fill it? There's no way. You can't, if you just imagine the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 lined up in order in front of you, and you're taking a 3-cell slug of them, you're going to have to pick up at least one of these digits. I mean, 6 and 7 could be in the same sequence, but they're actually not, are they, for this particular renban? Because having deduced that this indigo line has to have a 3, 6 or a 7 on it, where are we putting that digit? We're putting it there. And that means that it's only got one of them on it. So it doesn't have both 6 and 7 on it because there's no Sudoku space for that to happen. So if this is a 7, because it can't have 6 on it, it would have to be 7, 8, 9. Oh, and we know the order. 7, 9, 8 is how it would go. 7, 9, 8. if it's got 6 on it, it can't have 7, so it would be 6, 4, 5. That would be very handy because that would knock 4 and 5 out of those cells immediately. But if it's got 3 on it, I think that's rather more tricky, because it could have as little as a 1 on it, or it could be 3, 4, 5, or it could be 2, 3, 4. Oh, where's 2 in column 3? Oh, nearly. It's nearly on the Renban. That would be a massive thing if there was a 2 on the Renban. Oh. Oh, that's a spicy meatball. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, there is not a 2 on the Renban. Whoa. That is very hard. That's absolutely vicious. But there isn't. Because if there's a 2 on the Renban, let me sketch this in actually just to show you what my brain just told me. If there's a 2 on here, we know what this digit is now, because it can't be on a 3-cell sequence with anything other than 3, and that makes this cell a 5. And now, where would we like to put 5 in this column? There is nowhere for it to go. This cell sees that one by the funny king's move. That cell can't be 5 because I've got a 5 on this Renban up here. There's nowhere for 5 in the column. You can't put 5 on a Renban with a 2 and a 3. That is not easy though. So that is a 2. It might not do anything, unfortunately. Oh no. That's distressing, isn't it? I think it is. I think we're going to conclude that's distressing. Oh, bobbins. Okay. So now what do we do? Well, can I... No, I can't run that logic. No, I can run that logic again. That's just a generic point, isn't it, really? I mean, if that's a 3, because if this is a 3, this is a 5. Oh no, I'm wrong as well. Gosh, it's a really careful deduction. That 2 being on here, because if this is 3, this becomes 5. We're faced with the same dilemma, but it can work then, because this could be 3 and that could be a 4-5 pair, and 3, 4, 5 are consecutive. So I can't rule 3 out from here. Wow. Bobbins. I think it's the statement we're looking for. What on earth do I do here then? I suspect it's going to be a king's move trick. That's what we're going to have to figure out. But where? Where is the little jiggery pokery that we're going to have to figure out here? 9? Oh no, that doesn't work. Well, no, it doesn't work. It's nonsense. Sorry, I mean, what I was thinking there, I do not know. My brain letting me down. Is it column 3? 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. Actually, that might be worth, because that has got some restrictions. It can't be 1, can it? It could be 4, perhaps. Can't be 5. 4 or 8 only into this cell. Now, can we do better than that? I'm not sure. 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. Oh. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. The crucial question is, where is 1 in column 3? That's the question. That's beautiful. It's really good setting. And I should have got this instantly. I just didn't. But the moment 2 is here, 2 is locked off the Renban. And once 2 is locked off the Renban, you can't possibly put 1 on the Renban, because it would then be a 1, 2, 3 Renban. And that isn't going to work when you can't put 2 on it. So where's 1 in the column? It can't go on the Renban. It's not there. It can't go here because I've got a 1-4 pair, so it goes there. And that's exciting because that's going to give me a 4 here and a 6 here. Look, so that's not 6 anymore. That's not 6 anymore. That's not 6 anymore. Okay, I'm not sure if that's doing... Oh, well, no, that is good. That is... No, okay, so where's 6 in this box then? Because apparently I've got a 6 on there with my 6, 7. So it's got to go here, and that's going to give me more killer cage unwinding. So this is a 5 now. That's great. So that's 8, and this is 3. Right, now what does that 8 do? That's going to do something, I'm sure. 8 comes off this Renban. So that becomes 5, 6, 7. No, I don't know. Now we've got 5, 8, and 9 to place in this row. And let's get rid of that 6 pencil mark from here. And that can't be a 5, actually. Whoops. Because of this 5. So there's definitely a 5 in this domino. Right, that's good. That's good, because now we've got 5s aligning, and we can ask where 5 goes in column 4. And the answer is it is on this Renban. So that Renban doesn't have an 8 on it anymore, because it definitely has 5 and it definitely has 6. And now, where's 8 in the column? There was probably a different way of getting this, but that's a totally valid way, isn't it? It's got to go there. So these digits are now a 5, 9 pair. And this digit is now an 8 by Sudoku, which means that cell at the top is not an 8. Now these cells are 2, 3, 9, with a chance of a 3 in the corner. Oh, an even bigger chance now, because now I've got just 2 and 3 to put in. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, lovely. This can't be a 7 now. Because if it's 7, how are we filling the Renban? We can't put 6 on it, so it would have to be an 8, 9 pair, and that's going to break there. So this is a 3, and there's no 2 on the Renban. So this has got to be 4, 5. 8 goes in at the top. 4, 5, knock 4, 5 out of both of these cells now, because of the King's Move constraint. Let's make sure we take this. So this has become a 6, 7 pair. Is that really true? Seems to be, but I know one of these is a 5, so it's got to be this one. So this has become 5, 6, 7 from nowhere. This has got to be 4, that's got to be 7. So this Renban at the top, oh, whoopsie, whoopsie, I misclicked and lost my army. This has become a 4, 5, 6 Renban. And these cells are a 1, 7 pair at the start of row 1. These cells, I think, are a 4, 5, which we can resolve. And now what do we do? I was thinking maybe the 8 arrow would be resolved, but I don't think it is. I mean, there's a sort of floating 4, 5 pair between these 4 cells now, because this is either 1, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 5, so it involves one of the digits 4 and 5, and that's the other one. What am I missing here? I can sense that a number of you are shouting at me. I forgive you and understand why. I don't know why I can't see it. What is it going to be? I don't know. Bother. Okay, there. These two digits are a 7-8 pair. Ah, there's a 7. Aha. So that's 7 and that's 8 using the king's move. That's 7 and that's 6. That's 6 and that's 5. Has that done? Okay, so that's 5 and that's 9. We'll just keep going with this. 9 is very, very likely to be in the circle, isn't it, by Sudoku now? We can't assume it is, but it does look like it's heading that way. Oh no, it's not. It's not in the circle, because this 9 is in one of two places in box 4 and knocking itself out of the circle. So the 9 goes there. That is not what I was anticipating. This digit can't be a 5. So in the row, I need 1, 4, 7, 8. Where? Oh, I was going to say where's 8, but it's not. It's not quite good enough. Where's 7 is an interesting question in this row, because that 7 rules the roost over those two cells, so it's got to be in one of these two cells. Now 7 can't be in the 11 cage, so this is not a 4-7 pair. I don't know what that means. Probably something. And I've got... Yeah, I don't... Oh, there's a 5 here, so 5 comes out of this. Oh, that's a naked single. It sees the 7 from above it as well. So, is that good? That's now not a 6. It's going to be some king's move leaning in somewhere that I can't see. Oh, lovely. There's a 1 on this 8 arrow, isn't there? So this is a 1-9 pair in box 4. I don't know the order, but these digits therefore are 8 and 7. And I do know the order of those, so that goes that way round, which means this goes this way round, this goes this way round, this goes this way round, and that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Now this 7 means that's 7 and that's 6. So is this done now still? I think it still isn't actually. What's going on? What's going on in this middle box and this 11 cage? It's nearly finished. I've just got to figure out the last step or two here. Or it could be, you know, if that's a 1, it's obviously going to resolve the 1 and the 4 because of the knight's or the king's move constraint. 1, 4, 7, 8. Right, let's pencil mark this row. 1, 4, 7, 8. And these can't be 7s. Now, is there some trick I'm meant to be able to... That digit can't be 8 by Sudoku. That digit can't be 8 by Sudoku. So that is a 1 or a 4. I can't see how to do this, which is very distressing indeed. What am I missing? Or is it? It's probably this 8 cage, isn't it? Or maybe this digit. That, because remember from what we learned earlier, this digit can't be 1 and it can't be 4 or 5. So it is the digit from 2 and 3 that is not used on this in this sequence. So that is a 2 or a 3. And I thought that was going to resolve it, but it doesn't seem to. But that does give me a 2-3 pair in the column. So now in this column, look, we've approximately placed 6 of the digits, and we've got 1, 4, and 8, and that can't be a 1. So the central digit of the puzzle is a 4 or an 8, which I thought might resolve the 11 cage. Is that somehow doing that? This is either 6, 5 or 3, 8 now. If it was 6, 5, you couldn't put 5 on this 8 arrow, so it would be 1, 3, 4. That's very tricky. That digit would have to go there. So there would be a 3. Oh, I can't quite see it. Or, oh, hang on. What? Oh, it's this arrow. Right, this arrow, which is the sum of 2 digits. Yeah, it's fixing this digit. What is it? It's the sum of 2 digits, so it's at least a 3. So it's a 3 or a 4. And there must be a 1 on the arrow. And that's huge. That's going to do all sorts of things. Because once there's a 1 on the arrow, this 1 is telling us where it goes. Now we know there's a 1 on this 8 arrow, so we know where that goes. This digit has to be a tiny digit. It has to be 2 or 3. And now, well, now we could ask, and maybe this is, oh, I see. So what I could have done earlier is I could have said, where is 6 in this row? And if I'd noticed that this circle was small, I could have seen it's in this 11 cage. So this has got to be 5, 6. This 8 arrow now doesn't have 5 on it, so it is 1, 3, 4. That's placing, oh, so this circle becomes a 3 of all things. So 3 and 2 go in at the top. 2 goes here. 5, 4. 8 goes in the middle for a change. That's an unusual. That's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 1. I think we're there. I think we're there. 1, 3, 3, 4. 5 at the top. 6, 5, or 4, sorry. 6, 5. 5, 7. 8, 1. And that's not right. That's 7. I managed to find the only way of getting that digit wrong. Now, hang on. Let's just take stock. That was a completely bereft of any skill at the end. Let's just click it. It's right. It's quite an older puzzle than I'd realised. 193 days old is very, very clever, isn't it? That is a very superb puzzle. From 99% sneaky. It was sneaky. It was an apt puzzle for 99% sneaky pseudonym, I think, and a lot of fun for it. Really, actually very interesting. There was some brilliant stuff around these 2 columns and the way they worked. And the rem bands were really interesting as well. Really cool puzzle. Brink. Finished. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.